What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Rooted in Nature. So today I am back telling y'all 5 things you can actually still plant in September. So let's go ahead and get to it. So the first thing on my list is lettuce. Lettuce is something I plant in September, and it is actually not hard to grow, but you do have to have the right kind because it's all about timing with lettuce. So the more, like, let's say it's still a little warm for you, but it's gonna get cold in like October, you want to plant like a romaine type of lettuce. Now if you in cool weather within like the next, no, I'm sorry, if it gets cold for you like towards the end of October or beginning of November, you want to plant something like a romaine lettuce. If it gets cool like at the end of this month or next month, which is beginning of August, you want to plant more of a leaf type lettuce or something like that. Like I said, they're not hard to grow. All you have to do is get you some lettuce seeds, make a little line, sprinkle them in there, cover them up just enough so you can't see the seed, water them in, keep them moist, and they will pop up. When they pop up, you can either thin them out or cut them when they get bigger, which is kind of like thinning them out, but you're waiting, and eat them, and they'll be ready in about 30 days as baby greens, and about, I'd say 60 days is like enough, like 1 or to 3 for a salad. Moving on, let's go to kale. So as I'm telling y'all these, I have none of this in my garden because I actually took a break from my garden, if I don't know, but I'm back now. So yeah, next one's kale. So I don't know if I am growing kale this year or not because I didn't eat it last year, but listen, it's about, sorry, my cat just tried climbing up a tall weed and the whole weed just collapsed. It's chasing a lizard or something, but look. But anyway, kale is one of those things where you can have color in the wintertime without having flowers and stuff. So there's different types of kale. There's purple kale and green kale. Sorry for hitting my dog. Again, the cat is over there, and they do not like the cat being on the other side of the fence. They want to play with the cat. What I was saying about kale being colorful and stuff, so there's different types of kale. There's colorful kale, which is a purple one. It's like a purple, it's a light purple before the frost hits. After the frost hits it, it's like a dark purple. And I wish I had it to show y'all, but there's and that's a curly type I know of. And the another curly type is just regular kale. There's lacinato kale, which is like it's also known as dinosaur kale. It's kind of like a little bigger leaf. It's not as curly in my experience. But yeah, so I mean, I would grow kale if you eat it or not, just for the colorful. It's about this color right here, just to have a little bit of color in winter because everything's dead. Trees look like sticks, and so I would just grow it just because of the color, but you don't have to grow if you don't want to. The next thing on the list is collards. Now collards is just a good old southern staple. Some varieties are Georgia Southern or I think it's called Bates collards, maybe. They also get sweeter after a frost hits them, so I would let them go through like the stage of frost a couple times before I would pick any or eat any. Moving on, we have cabbage. Now cabbage is just something that I grow just because it's like something everybody I think should grow, especially if you've never grown it before, because it's so cool how the leaves just fall into each other, and it seems like it happens so fast, but in the beginning it seems like it takes so long. But cabbage to me tastes very good if it's something that you like it or you don't. Now some variety or a variety I grow is Golden Acre. It matures fairly quickly. But let me remind y'all about this stuff because this is something that a lot of people don't think about when they are looking at the maturity dates, and for wintertime. So the maturity dates are talking about in perfect weather. So that's talking about the perfect temperature and everything, not in freezing weather, not in very cold weather. It's talking about like in like cool weather. Okay. So if it's freezing, it's gonna take longer to mature because it needs those like warmer / cool days and stuff. But it will eventually get there. You just have to have patience in the fall and winter time because the days are getting shorter, so it has less sunlight and everything. Now, the last thing on the list is broccoli. Broccoli is something I love growing. I mean, it's just something I don't know how to explain or try to get y'all to grow it because, I mean, it's something I love. So broccoli it's easy to grow to me. I just put it in the ground and leave it there until, like, you know, I mean, I water, I fertilize, I do all that, but I'm saying it's not like high maintenance. Same thing as cabbage. Cabbage, you just put it there, leave it, fertilize it, you know, water. But that's another thing I'm gonna talk about right quick. Watering in the wintertime is totally different than watering in the summertime. You don't want to water too much because you don't want the ground to freeze deep, like, so you don't want to deeply water. I don't, in my experience, I don't deeply water in the wintertime because I don't want the where the roots are down deep in the ground to freeze, because you don't want your whole root system freezing. But I mean, you can try what you want in your garden. I'm just telling you what I've learned in my experience. But anyway, back to the broccoli. Some varieties you can grow right now is Belstar, Waltham, and Calabrese. I think that's how you say that. But y'all, if y'all are in zone 7 or 8 and below, it is too late to start a lot of these from seed. Especially cabbage. I didn't say this one, but Brussels sprouts. A lot of brassicas it's too late to start from seed. But do your own research for that because I don't know what zone y'all are in. Now I am gonna give y'all a bonus one, like I always do, which is kohlrabi. So a lot of people don't know what kohlrabi is. When I taste it, I taste a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of broccoli stem, like not the green part on top, like the stem of the broccoli. That's what I taste. So kohlrabi matures very fast. In my experience, it matures in about 60 days, and that is in the cold weather, or 60 to 80 days. In wintertime, it takes about 80, 60 in the fall. So yeah, but I hope this video, y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because there's 6 vegetables you can still be planting right now in September. And soon we'll be back with more you can plant in October. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe and turn on post notifications so you'll get notified every time I post. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.